Welcome, my beautiful Aries, my awesome, passionate, fiery Aries. Thank you so much for tuning in to my reading for January for you. I just want to say thanks for everyone who tuned in last month and over the last few months. I really appreciate your support. I'm still really new to YouTube and I'm still offering that free mini reading for all new subscribers. So if you just need a question answered about this month's reading, or if you actually have a question that isn't raised through this reading and you'd like an answer, please just click subscribe and then ask your question in the comments below. Or if you'd like to have your question in a private forum, you can absolutely email me also at my email address below, and I will so happily shuffle my cards for you because you've just been amazing. So let's get into your reading for January 2020. Can you believe it? 2020. Wow. For you youngies, that's probably, you're not thinking too much about it. But for me, who's in my 50s, this is, I can't believe the time's gone so quickly. But for you in January, you have an amazing celebration that's happening for you in January. And I must say congratulations for some of you. I'm seeing a wedding for you. Now, some of you, this is going to be in January. Now, what I've noticed when I listen to my readers that I absolutely love to follow, I notice that sometimes things come out in the readings and it doesn't eventuate. But then months later, the things that have been brought up, even a year ago that I remember, have actually, when I look back at it, have started to materialize now. So for those of you that don't have a wedding happening for you in January, this could be something for the future, because I really see that coming out very strongly for a strong message for a lot of you in January. Now, also, I see that there's going to be a solution to a problem that you've been having as well that's coming out for you in January. But there's going to be a lot of merriment, a lot of happiness, and that's kind of the whole flavor of the month. It's a really good month for you guys. Now, I see also a significant fire sign in January for you, and it could be a Leo, and that's typically the sign that I associate with the Queen of Wands when I do my reading. But because this is a general reading, this could be any fire sign. And I also feel like this could be you. And it's saying that, you're going to be feeling, you're really well liked, you're very assertive, you're a sincere person, you're confident. And this is just, you're going to be very stable. And this, if you're not getting married or marriage isn't on the cards for you, you've got a very strong and stable foundation building in January for yourself. It's a card, just to step back a little bit from the Queen of Wands. The card, the Four of Wands, is also a message of domestic life. So you're going to be having a lot of merriment and happiness around domestic life, around your house, whether you're going to have people over for a bit of a party or something like that. But if the Queen of Wands is you, that's really a message that I'm feeling. For others, as I said, this could be a marriage with a Leo or another fire sign, so another Aries or another Sagittarian. And I'm seeing that in January there's going to be a bit of a transformation a complete transformation for a lot of you. And this can be what happens when you get into a really stable relationship and or get married. It is a complete change. You are ending one way of your life and beginning something completely new. And I'm really feeling that there's a bit of an awakening happening for you in January as well. You are the way you see things. You're becoming aware of things in a different perspective. Also, a message for some of you, there is going to be an account for one's actions in January. So this could have something to do with the Leo as well. If there's something that's happened between you and this Leo, there will be some accountability that happens in January. Now, also for you beautiful Aries people, I'm just getting this wonderful message about manifesting your own desires. You have the Magician, and that is a message about being able to control and manipulate events in a sense to create what it is you want. And that is a message also for some of you in January. I can really see that. But for others, I feel like there's an emerging talent. You're putting a lot of creativity to use as well in January, and you're exploring your abilities, and there's a bit of a wish come true for you. I've had this card for a few people, a few signs for January, and it's just one of my favorite cards. It talks about material success and overall well-being and abundant pleasure. And I think you are creating this for yourself in January. So that's really a beautiful little message for a lot of you. Now, also, I see another significant person in your reading for January. Now, this technically is a sign. The King of Swords is the sign that I connect with the star sign Gemini, but I got a very strong feeling, because this is a general reading, I got a very strong feeling of Libra, because it can represent any air sign, so that is Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And as I said, technically this is a Gemini, the card, but also I was feeling very strong vibes for Libra. So whichever that is in your life, there's going to be, I feel, a completion of a cycle or journey with this person. And it's going to be a successful ending. It's been a hard-fought victory. Whatever this ending, whatever this issue or relationship is between you and this person, but I really feel like it's going to be a very victorious, happy ending, a completion to a cycle or journey, and it can have something to do with this Gemini or, as I said, Libra. Now, also, this person could be someone significant in your life that you are getting married to. If it's not the fire sign that is the person that you will be connecting and having a happy relationship with, it could be an air sign as well for some of you. So that's a nice little relationship. You guys really go together. Libra is your opposite sign, so Aries and Libra often do get on very well together because your strengths balance out the weaknesses of each other, and that's like any opposite sign as well. So you do have, that is potentially a lovely relationship, and this could also have something to do with your wish. For some of you, you can be dreaming about love, and that perfect person comes along for you in January. Now, I just want to go on to your Doreen Virtue Healing with the Angels cards, and you got body care. So I'm going to read out what that is all about for you in January. And Doreen Virtue's words are always they're so beautiful, and they always just really resonate. So body care is saying the angels urge you to care for your physical body. You are asked to eat healthy foods, to exercise regularly, and to avoid toxins. This card is your angel's way of asking you to pay attention to your physical body. Perhaps you resist this guidance, and the angels have repeatedly come to you about this topic. They remind you that the body is an instrument that, when well tuned, emanates greater harmony. Your spirit is like the music of a grand piano, and the angels ask you to maintain that piano. Your angels know that if you follow this guidance, you will feel terrific. Your increased energy and happiness is your reward for following the angels' suggestions. They will help you find the time and motivation to exercise. They will also help you to lose your cravings for unhealthy substances. And the angels will help you enjoy the newfound pleasures that come from purifying and maintaining your physical body. That's actually a beautiful message as well. And that does tie into this completion, this end of a cycle. It could have something to do with the way you're changing of a physical regime that you've been undertaking. You're going to change that, and you're going to be focusing on something that is a little bit more in tune with your body and perhaps more suited to you. And as it said, if you've got any unhealthy cravings, especially over the Christmas period, I'm sure a lot of us indulged. And we're going to see a new beginning in that area for a lot of you. So I hope that resonated for you, my beautiful Aries. As I mentioned at the beginning of this little video, please ask any questions after you subscribe. Make sure you you check off that your messaging is not on private, because I won't be able to see them if you put them in comments. So make sure your comments are there if you want to ask your question in the comments, or as I said, please just email me and I will more than happily shuffle my cards for you. I hope you have a wonderful January. Oh, and one more thing, please check out my website if you are interested in crystals. I have beautiful crystal jewelry available. They're all one-off pieces. There's not a million of these made. The crystals are chosen by the designer and put together all by hand. So these are all beautiful one-off pieces. The meanings of the crystals are in the piece. So if you click on the necklace that you like, that will tell you what properties that crystal has to help you in any particular way if you're into that as well. So thank you so much, Aries, as I said, and I hope to catch you next month. Bye, love you.